Hello, 4th and 5th graders. It's Miss Moses here for week 6 of our virtual learning. I know this is quite a weird setup. As you can see, I am in my classroom. I have my iPad taped to this setup here so that you can see what I have going on. I think it's holding on by a thread. I literally have it taped. So I apologize for kind of bending down here in front of my desk, but I wanted to get right to the activity, especially before it falls. We have been working on body percussion, right? And so we know body percussion is a way to take sounds from instruments that you hit, shake, scrape, rub together, and recreate those sounds with your body. That's essentially what body percussion is. Those of you who did your body percussion projects, absolute rock stars. I did send individual feedback, although I've heard from everyone that you didn't receive it. So somehow I'm going to figure out how to send a link to the comments that I did make. I promise you I made comments. I don't know. It's that technology. We will get it together. But I promise that I watched every one of them and I was impressed by everyone. You really did a great job. Okay. So this week we're going to take that body percussion and we're going to move it to the next level. That's what you do. You learn how to feel the beat with your body, and then you take it and you can write down what you did, and I could hand it to someone else and say, hey, why don't you try what I came up with? That's pretty cool. You're the composer of that music, whether it's percussion or anything else that you created, and see if somebody else can do it. The next step would be to take those rhythms, put them on instruments. In particular, this week we're going to put them, I'm going to show you how it would sound on a drum set. Your body is going to be a drum set this week. You're going to be watching a few clips on Little Kids Rock. It's a website that I like to use for my modern band activities that we're going to try to get into. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch, I sent you a link to Little Kids Rock, and it says drum body percussion. So you are going to get on there and you will see below there are like 7 different little clips. They're all like 2-3 minutes apiece. You're going to watch clips 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm not saying you can't watch the rest. You are welcome to. But I was thinking about assigning those in other weeks. So I'm just letting you know you may be watching them again. Okay? But for this week, for sure, I want you to watch number 1 video, number 2 video, which is the kick and snare, and then number 3, which is creating the basic backbeat. Okay? And you're going to do it with your body, which is what I'm going to show you, just a brief introduction. I don't want you to do it with me and then see it on the video, do it again, but it'll be so fun you'll want to repeat it. There's a jam along session in there. I mean, you're welcome to get on Little Kids Rock and just play around. There's so many free fun activities in there that you can do at home with just your body, like I said. But I'm going to show you what all my students are learning, okay, which that's you, okay? So we're going to get on there and I'm going to show you some body percussion that matches the drum set. I'm going to show you as best I can what it would sound like on the drum set, and then I'm going to tell you what you're going to see in your activity. So I'm going to try to keep it nice and short so you can get to what you need to do this week. Okay, here goes. You can follow along with me, okay? Like I said, this setup is kind of weird, but it's okay. You don't really need to see me except for everything. I know, like the headless Miss Moses, but that's okay. You know I'm here. Okay, so we're going to start. I might even scoot back a little further so you can see my feet. We're going to start with the kick drum, which this is the kick drum, okay? You are going to use your right foot, okay? Now, sure, you could do this, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to get real tired. If I were you, look down here, I would just keep my heel on the floor and do this. So let's start like that. Boom, boom, boom. Count, say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and stop. Now the snare drum, which is kind of out of our picture view, right? But I'll show it to you real quick. That's what it sounds with the snare on, by the way. I'm going to take the snare off. Snare on. Take a look at the bottom. I'll get real close. See those little metal wires? Those are the snares. They're either touching the bottom and making that kind of rattling sound, or they're not touching the bottom where I've taken them off, and you can make that decision. Okay, so for the snare, we are going to hit left hand, left leg. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to do this because that's not how you're going to play the drum. I was just exaggerating so you could see me on the video, okay? Now, there are different patterns that you're going to follow. Sometimes the snare plays on every beat, and sometimes the snare won't play on every beat, okay? And I'm going to show you some of those patterns in just a minute, okay? Now, let's add the hi-hat. The hi-hat would be our cymbals here together. It's a little different than just the cymbals. There are actually two of them together. They're connected to a pedal. This is the hi-hat. We're going to take our right hand. I'm making sure I'm not confusing you because I'm doing it how I should be doing it. Well, anyway, put your right hand on your left shoulder. And I probably should be doing it opposite, as now that I'm thinking about it. I apologize. But we're going to tap here. Tap, 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 tap. Those are just quarter notes. Now let's do TTs. T, 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 T. You got it. Now, I'm going to have to move my setup here, so I hope it doesn't fall. I'm going to angle it so that you can see the board a little bit. Can you see that? Okay, so now we have the kick drum. The kick drum is on beat 1, 2, 3, and 4. So get your feet ready and let's tap just the kick drum. Ready? Kick drum. Tap your feet on the numbers. Count the numbers out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Now, I know it's a little tricky to see. Take a look at that snare. The snare is only on beats 2 and 4. The snare, remember, is on your left thigh. So let's get the kick drum going first, and then we'll add the snare. Ready for the kick drum? Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, get ready, add the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should be patting your thigh on 2 and 4. 2 and stop. Woo! Now, let's just do the hi-hat by itself. Because we have 1. These plus signs, we're going to say and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Like T, 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 T. Okay, so let's do it. Say it and do it. Ready? Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and T, 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 T. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You ready to try it together? Let's just try it. It's all you can do. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Don't just give up. If there's a part in here that you can do, maybe you only feel comfortable with the hi-hat, then just do the hi-hat. And once you feel comfortable with that, try adding the kick drum. Okay? You have a choice. Pick one of these 3 parts. But don't just sit there. Pick one of these parts and then add another part. Challenge yourself to try to get another part added. If you can get all 3 parts, great. If you can get 1 part, great. If you can get 2 parts, great. Just try, okay? Here we go. We'll add one at a time, okay? Let's start with the kick. Ready? Kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready to add the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready to add the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. stop. I have a feeling you did great because I know you picked a part that you felt comfortable with. Okay? Now, before we go, let me show you what it might sound like. Remember, Miss Moses is always learning too. I never claim to be a pro on everything. I am learning too, okay? All right. Let's try it with a little music. Give me just a second. I'm going to turn on a song, and we're going to try this. It may be a little too quick for us, but that's all right. We're going to try it. That's actually pretty quick. I might have chosen the song a little too fast. Okay. Let's get that kick going. Got your kick and your snare. Here comes the hi-hat. Did you see what I did? See, it's hard. I thought I had it myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start with this one because it's kind of hard. That's enough for that. All right, everybody. I hope you got at least one part in there because that's not easy, okay? That's not easy. All right, real quick, I just wanted to let you know that you are also going to be doing a little musical math for your tech of the week, okay? You are going to be doing boom cards again, so no complaining, 5th graders. You're going to be doing boom cards. You have to know your quarter note's 1 beat, your quarter rest is 1 beat, your half note is 2 beats, 2 eighth notes tied together equal 1 beat, even though you see 2 sounds. 4 16th notes tied together still equal 1 beat. They just go quick, teary. Okay? A dotted half note gets 3 beats. And we've done boom cards before where you were able to review some of these things. So try to lock it in and remember, you're going to be doing some music math. So if you have a quarter note plus a quarter note, then you have 2 as your answer because you have 1 beat plus 1 beat. Okay? All right. I think that is more than enough. You guys have a wonderful week. If you need me, message me on Dojo or message me through email. I haven't decided what kind of Google form to do yet, but I will let you know. I think it's going to be nice and easy for you because you got so much stuff going on with this activity. All right. Can't wait to see you guys. Bye.